Right now, devastating updates out of Texas. Confirmation police did not go inside to try to stop the shooter for 40 agonizing minutes.
It is the kind of news that makes students across our area even angrier, with many walking out of class to show it's time we stand up to gun violence.
Plus, one of the victims' families hit with a second tragedy now just days after the shooting.
And lawmakers already showing that you can forget unity for now, with the gun debate raging to new levels. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
After 19 students and 2 teachers were killed in a Texas school shooting, thousands of students all across the country have walked out of their classrooms today.
They, including many right here in Dane County, are calling for action, demanding that lawmakers act on gun reform. We'll have more on that story in just a little bit. But first, many questions remain about that day, including why it took police so long to respond. According to authorities, Uvalde police are now under investigation. The director of the Texas Department of Public Safety said the 18-year-old shooter was inside the school for 40 minutes, up to an hour, before a tactical team confronted and killed him. In that time, newly released cell phone video captured the agony of parents waiting outside of Robb Elementary School, pleading for police to go inside. And we want to warn you, some viewers may find the video we are about to show you disturbing.
I didn't see no preparedness at all. I mean, as soon as they heard that gunshot, they should have rushed in.
Witnesses say families and parents were prepared to enter the school themselves because police were not taking action. The siege ended when a U.S. Border Patrol team finally arrived and stormed the barricaded classroom. During a press conference this afternoon, the regional director for the Texas Department of Safety said earlier reports of a school resource officer being in the school at the time of the shooting were not true.
Was there a school officer on campus, and was that school officer armed? Because that's what we've been told.
So at this time, no. No. There was not an officer readily available armed. No.
Was there an officer?
No. Nothing. I can't answer that yet. I'll circle back with you again.
He also said the gunman appears to have gotten into the school through an unlocked door, and the heavy amount of gunfire prevented officers from entering the school initially.
Meanwhile, more devastating news for the family of one of the teachers who died in the attack. The family of Irma Garcia has confirmed her husband, Joe, has died after suffering a fatal heart attack. Joe and Irma were high school sweethearts who were married for 24 years. They leave behind 4 children. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle agree they never want to see another tragedy like what happened in Texas, but they cannot seem to agree on how to prevent another one from happening. 4 Republicans joined 5 Democrats for a working lunch yesterday to see if they could find any sort of middle ground on gun safety legislation before they left town for a Memorial Day break. Hundreds protested outside the U.S. Capitol and demanding they quickly vote on new safety laws today, among them the daughter of the principal at Sandy Hook Elementary. She says her heart broke all over again when she saw video of Uvalde families waiting to find out if their children were okay.
My main focus is to get a vote on record, figure out who needs to get out in November.
What Democrats in the press try to do in the wake of every mass shooting is they try to demonize law-abiding gun owners.
Senator Ted Cruz, Texas Governor Greg Abbott, and former President Trump are scheduled to speak tomorrow when the NRA kicks off its national convention in Houston, just hours away from the site of the shooting. And students from around the country walked out of class today to demand lawmakers do more to protect them from gun violence.
The group Students Demand Action called for the walkout, saying enough is enough. Among them, students at Michigan's Oxford High School formed a massive U on their football field, nearly 6 months after a fellow student opened fire there, killing 4 people. Several others held moments of silence for the 21 victims of the latest shooting. The student-led demonstration, March for Our Lives, which took place after the Parkland, Florida massacre, announced another march planned for June 11th in Washington, D.C. Sister marches are also planned nationwide.
And those walkouts began here in Wisconsin as well.
In several communities across our state, students poured out of their classrooms to ask lawmakers to take action. Our Naomi Coles has more.
There's a note of almost desperation and despair in the students taking to loudspeakers to get their message across today. A sense that they have been here before and they could well be here again.
Nothing has changed.
When is it going to be enough?
It's easier to get a gun than a therapist. Let's make it easier to get a damn therapist and harder to get a gun.
Across the state, across the nation, students walking out, begging those in power to make it harder for them to be gunned down.
The people who are making laws are not doing anything. They're saying their hands are tied. They're saying it's too complex when it's really not. They're being cowards.
Gun violence is an ongoing human rights issue.
In Stoughton, in Whitefish Bay, in Monroe, students in Wisconsin are asking lawmakers to do their job. Basic background checks for everyone. Gun reforms that other countries put in place long ago, expanded mental health access.
And I'm European, so for us, that is not something that happens. I mean, I think we've had one in the past 15 years. So I just think it's ridiculous that that's even going on.
The message from all remained the same. There's been more than 200 mass shootings in the U.S. this year, and today is only the 146th day of 2022.
It became real to me when my 11-year-old sister didn't want to go to school because she was scared.
We are just so fed up. We cannot keep letting this fly by. We're trying to speak up for ourselves, the people that are being killed, because no one else is doing it for us.
Other schools throughout our area are making plans to participate in the continuing school walkout in days to come. Plus, Public Health Madison and Dane County's Farmers Market have Wear Orange events planned for next week, protesting gun violence.
Naomi, thank you. Be the first to know as we learn new information about the Texas shooting. You can follow the latest details on channel3000.com and on our News 3 Now apps. In other news today, the National Weather Service has officially declared a tornado did touch down in Rock County yesterday.
Charlotte DeLeste joins us now with what we know. Charlotte?
Eric and Susan, that EF0 tornado near Beloit was on the ground for 3.5 miles, and today we got a first-hand look at the damage. Residents reported seeing a funnel cloud 2 miles northeast of Newark around 6:50 last night. Video posted to social media showed what looks like a tornado on the ground near Paddock Road. One homeowner who happens to be a trained storm spotter considers himself lucky despite the damage from what he says was a fast-moving weather event.
It didn't look as scary as you see on TV and everything, but the wind luckily was coming away from the patio door. Everybody's yelling at me for not being in the basement. Come on, you got to see the weather.
Well, we'd like to note that we always recommend going into the basement or somewhere where you can be safe. The winds were so strong, they flipped a trailer upside down on one property. Other areas along Highway 213 west of Beloit also reported damage as that storm moved through.
Charlotte, thank you. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast now. Gary Canalti is on the weather patio. Gary?
Yeah, Susan, taking a look at the damage, that storm was very localized. It really only affected the southeastern or southwestern portion of Rock County, right along Highway 213 there, just around 6:50. That brief tornado touchdown wasn't very strong. Maximum winds about 75 miles per hour based on damage reports, but certainly enough to cause some damage. But you know, if you widen out the view, there was one other severe weather report. EF1 tornado touched down near Freeport, Illinois, and that was part of the same storm system, and that was it. I mean, there wasn't any other severe weather yesterday. Now today, the Storm Prediction Center does have a marginal risk of severe thunderstorms into southern Wisconsin. Already I can hear the rumbles of thunder behind me, but no severe weather so far. The skies cleared out for a time across parts of northeastern Illinois, again allowing thunderstorms to pop up, and now you can see them moving into southern Wisconsin. Flashes of lightning through Dane County right now. Some of the rain could be locally heavy, at least for a short period of time. Low temperatures last night because of the humidity stayed in the 60s from Madison to the south and east, but it was cooler to the north and west. You can see that same trend in high temperatures. Mid-70s in Madison, but only low 60s up toward the Dells. And right now, temperatures have dropped into the 60s in Dane County, but still are in the 70s to the south and east. Once the cold front comes through, any severe weather threat will end over the next couple of hours. Otherwise, look for a low of 55 as rain ends overnight. Tomorrow, we'll see morning clouds, some sunshine in the afternoon with a high of 69. But later on, we'll take a look at a Memorial Day weekend that looks more summer-like and mainly dry.
Gary, thank you. The two men convicted in the murders of Dr. Beth Potter and Robin Kari will be sentenced in September. 21-year-old Kari Sanford was found guilty on 2 counts of first-degree intentional homicide with party to a crime modifiers earlier this week. And 20-year-old Elijah LaRue was Sanford's alleged accomplice, and he testified against Sanford during trial, detailing the moments leading to the murder. Sanford faces a mandatory life sentence. A small plane crashed into a backyard of a home in Wauwatosa this afternoon. The pilot was the only person on board and is said to be in critical condition. It crashed around 3 o'clock at 103rd and Cortland. The small Cessna was registered to a flight school company in Oconomowoc and had just taken off when it crashed. Madison police are still looking for the person who stabbed 3 people on the east side overnight. It happened just after 1 a.m. on Club Lamarck on North Stoughton Road near the intersection with East Washington. The 3 were brought to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
The Wisconsin Elections Commission needs a new chairperson, and the most vocal candidate is a polarizing one. It's a big decision with hotly contested statewide elections coming up this August and November. By law, a Republican must take on the chair duties, this time for the evenly divided WEC. Current Commissioner Robert Spindell is throwing his hat in the ring. He was one of the Republicans falsely trying to vote for Donald Trump in the 2020 Electoral College and is now backed by Republicans like Rebecca Clayfish.
I really appreciate her supporting me like that. And also, I've gotten an outpouring of support from various Republicans throughout the state. So I think I've certainly got the support of the grassroots of the Republican Party, so we'll see what happens.
Complicating the chairperson matter is Dean Knutson's resignation. Knutson announced his decision last night. This means Assembly Speaker Robin Vos will get to pick a new commissioner who could become the next chair. Join us tonight at 6. We'll tell you the names that are being floated as possible choices. Actor Ray Liotta has died. He is best known for playing mobster Henry Hill in the movie Goodfellas and baseball player Shoeless Joe Jackson in Field of Dreams. The New Jersey native passed away in his sleep, according to his publicist. Liotta had been in the Dominican Republic working on a movie when he passed away. He is survived by a daughter and a fiance. Ray Liotta was 67 years old.
And next at 5, protecting Wisconsin families during the baby formula shortage.
Governor Evers signs an emergency order banning price hikes on baby formula. Details after the break. And then coming up at 6, Mark Kane looks at that black box that is probably inside your vehicle. A look at what's being monitored and who has access to that information at 6.
Solid day of gains on Wall Street. The Dow up almost 517 points. The Nasdaq adds 306. The S&P jumps 79. And we'll be right back.
The biggest Memorial Day savings are happening for 72 hours only. Appliances in stock and ready for fast delivery. Up to 40% off doorbusters. Special financing for 12 months. Saturday through Monday with a preview day Friday. At Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley off the Beltline in East Springs Drive.
At Menards, we've got everything. Supplies, tools, power, accessories, and all the extras to get you ready. Ready for fun. Ready for friends, and ready for family. Get ready for summer with Menards. Get this 3-burner gas grill, just $199.99 after sale price and 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Dude, great ride, right? This Silverado keeps me connected and in control. And this touchscreen is my command center. My command center.
The 2022 Silverado LT. Find new control. Find new roads.
Very well qualified buyers can get 1.9% financing on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
Violent and destructive riots in Kenosha. The Waukesha Christmas Parade tragedy. Record high homicides in Milwaukee. From defunding our police to releasing violent felons with low or no bail. Liberal Democrats have created the worst crime wave in decades. Senator Ron Johnson is standing with our brave law enforcement officers to keep Wisconsin families safe. And he wants to keep violent criminals behind bars where they belong.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Impatience is a virtue.
Kawhi Leonard puts it
When you know what you want, waiting isn't an option.
New Balance Madison, we got now.
Ashley's Memorial 72-hour weekend event is the biggest savings of the year. Don't miss doorbusters up to 64% off. Furnish entire rooms for only $14 per month. Special financing for 60 months. It's Saturday through Monday with a preview day on Friday. It's only 72 hours.
A black box is probably inside your vehicle, but do you know what's inside? A look at what's being monitored and who has access to that info.
Also, weather turning in an instant. How Rock County residents were impacted by a tornado yesterday. That's tonight at 6.
News 3 Now, winner of 18 awards of excellence from the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association.
We'll continue to strive for excellence every day to bring you the area's best local news coverage. News 3 Now.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Governor Tony Evers has signed an emergency order banning baby formula price gouging as a formula shortage continues. He released a statement today saying, in part, the order makes it clear that retailers looking to take advantage of vulnerable families will not be tolerated. The order means sellers cannot place unreasonably high prices on infant formula. Violators will be fined up to $10,000. Major developments in the past 24 hours to address the growing baby formula crisis. A large shipment from Europe arrived in the U.S. as lawmakers press the FDA and manufacturers about their response to the shortages. We have a closer look in today's Consumer Watch.
A critical day in the effort to resolve the growing baby formula shortage in the U.S. A second international shipment arriving on the same day that lawmakers grilled manufacturers on Capitol Hill.
I'm looking for answers and for a long-term plan moving forward so this doesn't happen again.
The three companies that control the majority of baby formula supply in the U.S., Abbott, Gerber, and Reckitt, testifying before a group of House lawmakers. Also in the hot seat, the FDA commissioner, who acknowledged the agency's slow response to the shortage and promised changes.
You will see changes in the near future. Our requests for funding and authority are essential in concert with improved operations and leadership.
On Wednesday, more than 100,000 pounds of infant formula arrived in D.C. from Germany. It's the second shipment under President Joe Biden's Operation Fly Formula initiative. The formula is being shipped to a Nestle distribution center in Pennsylvania. Nestle says the formula will be distributed to hospitals and retailers nationwide as soon as this weekend.
Right now, the batches coming in, though, are going to wherever infants are who are dependent upon this critically special formula, who have critical medical problems, no matter where they may be.
Abbott Nutrition says it plans to restart work at its Michigan plant on June 4th for the first time since a nationwide recall and shutdown of the plant, which produced nearly half of the infant formula in the U.S. For today's Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
Meanwhile, the FDA says it's working with a UK baby formula maker called Kendall NutriCare to import its formula and get hundreds of thousands of cans of formula to store shelves as early as June.
Reality TV star Josh Duggar has been sentenced to more than 12 years in federal prison on child pornography charges. The former star of TLC's 19 Kids and Counting was found guilty by an Arkansas jury in December, and even after his release from prison, Duggar will be under close supervision for 20 years and will not be allowed to be left alone with minors, including his own children. The Duggar family's reality TV series was canceled in 2015 following revelations that Josh had molested 4 of his sisters as a teen.
Let's get a check on the weather now. Gary, we're hearing some rumbles of thunder here on the west side of Madison.
Well, take a look at the radar. You can see the flashes of lightning as thunderstorms move into Dane County. Some of these downpours could be locally heavy for at least a short period of time, but Madison and areas to the north and west now are in the cooler air, or at least it's starting to move in. So at this point, the severe weather threat is primarily going to be over southeastern Wisconsin. Down to the south, there were a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings over parts of central Illinois, but those storms have weakened a bit as they push northward. Rainfall so far over the last couple of days, about 1 to 2 inches of rain from much of southern Wisconsin into parts of western Illinois. I checked the rain gauge here at the station about 1:30, and we had just shy of an inch and a half of rain, but you can see that the flooding threat is farther to the south. There is a flood watch in effect for parts of north central and northeastern Illinois through 7 a.m. tomorrow. tomorrow. That's where the heaviest rains have been today. And the severe weather threat is higher across the Chicago area. But again, a marginal risk for an isolated severe thunderstorm can't be ruled out into southern Wisconsin. The tornado threat actually a little bit lower than yesterday, but the hail and high wind threat would probably be the main concern. And again, maybe a brief isolated severe thunderstorm, a possibility for the next couple of hours until we cool off. Showers will gradually end overnight after a few evening thunderstorms, and then dry weather returns from tomorrow pretty much through Tuesday of next week. I do have an outside chance for a shower or thunderstorm Saturday afternoon, Saturday night. Most areas will probably stay dry, but the warm-up definitely on the way. Looking for highs in the middle 80s on Sunday and near 90 degrees for Memorial Day Monday and for Tuesday as well. Right now, 76 the high on Saturday expected. Just a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm. On Sunday, winds pick up out of the south. High temperature hits 85 degrees. Heat index from 85 to 90. Humidity levels probably won't be too bad. Certainly not as high as they were with our last heat wave last week. And then 89 for the high temperature on Memorial Day. It'll also be windy, winds out of the south 15 to 25 miles per hour, but they've taken the rain out of the forecast for Memorial Day itself. High temperature trend shows that big spike in temperatures for the early part of next week, and then temperatures back to near normal for the second half of next week. As we check out current temperatures, you can see the contrast in temperatures. 76 Chicago, 66 in Madison, 59 degrees in Wausau. So that front right about over Madison. Dew point temperatures are high from Madison to the south and east. It still feels kind of humid out there, but the air does dry out to the west. So once we start getting this weather system to move east of us, the air will start to dry out later on tonight, and that'll put an end to the rain chances. So for tomorrow, look for a high of 69, clouds in the morning, some sunshine returning in the afternoon. On future track, you can see some scattered showers and thunderstorms through the evening hours, then maybe a chance for a shower overnight with lows in the mid-50s. Tomorrow morning, clouds give way to afternoon sunshine with high temperatures upper 60s to around 70. Clear, a little cooler tomorrow night with lows in the lower 50s. Saturday, winds pick up out of the south, highs mid-70s. Just a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm Saturday afternoon, Saturday night. Rainfall amounts through this evening. Some areas could pick up an inch to an inch and a half in the heavier thunderstorms. It's hard to pinpoint exactly where those will be, but farther north and west, much less in the way of rain out toward the Dells. You can see the 7 to 10 day forecast. Mid-80s Sunday, near 90 Monday, Memorial Day, and Tuesday. Showers and thunderstorms Tuesday night into Wednesday, at least chances, and then temperatures drop back closer to normal as we head toward the end of next week. As we check out first warning traffic right now, here's the view of the Beltline at Park Street. Some rain falling and traffic moving pretty slowly in both directions. Eastbound delays start actually from about the I-3990 interchange all the way back to west of Verona Road. Westbound delays start around Todd Drive and go back to Monona Drive. So travel times right now, 37 minutes on the eastbound Beltline from University Avenue to the interstate, 23 minutes back in the westbound direction. Heading out of Madison, 28 minutes from the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990, 16 minutes on US 12 Middleton to Sauk City, downtown to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151 will take you 19 minutes. That's your news for now. First warn traffic.
All right, thank you, Gary. Are you getting ready to hit the road for the Memorial Day weekend? You won't be alone. The travel outlook coming up next at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
When we needed new doors and windows for our home, we were looking for someone we could trust.
We've done the bargain brand windows.
What we loved about Next Door and Window is that they were different.
We really loved their educational approach.
Call 844-600-NEXT. 50% off your installation.
Shop the Memorial Day sale at Grand Appliance for thousands of in-stock options at the area's lowest prices. Plus up to $250 in additional savings you won't find anywhere else. Get special buys like this Maytag top-load washer for just $648, or this LG gas range with convection and air fry for just $948. Shop your local showroom or grandappliance.com today. Grand Appliance. You make it home, we make it grand.
How do you use your energy? Fueling your drive to deliver hope for neighbors in need? At Alliant Energy, we're creating more clean, renewable energy every single day to power what matters to you. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Family's just very important. She's my sister, and we depend on each other a lot.
She's the rock of the family. She's the person who holds everything together.
It's a battle, I'm gonna be there.
Keytruda and chemotherapy been treating my cancer with 2 different types of medicine.
In a clinical trial, Keytruda and chemotherapy was proven to help people live longer than chemotherapy alone. Keytruda is used to treat more patients with advanced lung cancer than any other immunotherapy. Keytruda may be used with certain chemotherapies as your first treatment. If you have advanced non-squamous, non-small cell lung cancer and you do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene, Keytruda helps your immune system fight cancer, but can also cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body. This can happen during or after treatment and may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain or tenderness, severe nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst, or urine, confusion or memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, fever, rash, itching, or flushing. These are not all the possible side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems, or if you've had an organ transplant, had or plan to have a stem cell transplant, or have had radiation to your chest area or a nervous system condition.
It feels good to be here for them.
Living longer is possible. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. Ask your doctor about Keytruda.
Now is the time to transform your home. It's time for new energy-efficient replacement windows from Champion. Right now, every Comfort 365 window style is 40% off.
At Champion, we make buying new windows easy. Unlike some other companies, we control every step of the process. We design, build, install, and guarantee it for life.
Upgrade your home and get 40% off all styles. Call now or go online to book your free estimate at getchampionwindows.com.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Over 1,000 service members have traveled to Arlington National Cemetery to place flags at the graves of approximately 400,000 service members and their eligible dependents for the National Memorial Day observance. Members of the 3rd U.S. Infantry Regiment or the Old Guard, along with Marine, Navy, Air Force, and Coast Guard members, all assisted in the effort. And many are hitting the road for an expensive, unofficial start to summer.
AAA says more Americans are getting away for this long holiday weekend and paying plenty for it. Chris Van Cleve looks at the travel surge from Savannah, Georgia.
The sounds of summer. And despite the price tag, this Memorial Day weekend is expected to be the busiest for travel since 2019.
It's been an annual thing for a lot of years.
AAA projects folks looking to get away will be up more than 8% over last year to 39.2 million. Almost 35 million will hit the road. Another 3 million are expected to fly. Some are calling it revenge travel.
What we've gone through as a country over the past couple of years, that is spurring people to just get out. They want to have those experiences.
Those experiences are getting more expensive. Gas prices continue to break records, and AAA says hotels are up 42% over last year.
It sucks, but I mean, what am I going to do? Just not go anywhere?
But for others, the cost is a deal breaker.
Gas and the motel and stuff, you know, we just figured we'll wait.
They might be waiting a while. Patrick DeHaan at Gas Buddy says the national average for a gallon of regular could hit $5 within a few weeks.
This may be the low point for the summer in what could become certainly a very expensive summer to fill your tank.
If you are traveling, especially if you're hitting the roads, experts say one way you may be able to save is don't fill up right off the freeway. Get about a mile or so away and you may find gas prices are lower. Flyers who booked early got the best rates. And there's also a run on rental cars.
You may end up with a lot bigger car because all the more economical cars have already been snapped up.
AAA still expects a robust summer travel season, even if Americans are pinching pennies along the way. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News, Savannah, Georgia.
And while most COVID restrictions have eased, AAA is advising travelers to follow CDC guidance, which still recommends masks in indoor public transportation settings. And stay with us for a final check of your first warn forecast after a short break.
The biggest Memorial Day savings are happening for 72 hours only. Appliances in stock and ready for fast delivery. Up to 40% off doorbusters. Special financing for 12 months. Saturday through Monday with a preview day Friday. At Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley off the Beltline in East Springs Drive.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of industry-leading Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Take advantage of exceptional financing offers from your local Cub Cadet dealer today. To find the dealer near you, visit cubcadetdealers.com.
When you drive a Honda, the adventures go on and on. Follow your adventures with the thrilling performance of Honda, the brand owners are calling the most fun to drive. Hurry into a local Honda dealer where new vehicles are arriving daily.
Gutter problems got you worried? Climbing, clogging, cleaning. Get the gutter out of your mind with LeafGuard, the gutter system guaranteed to never clog. Call 1-855-FORGET-IT or visit LeafGuard.com today and clear your head with worry-free gutters. LeafGuard's patented one-piece system is designed to let only water in, protecting your property from costly damage, whatever the weather. And it's fully customized for your home with a lifetime no-clog warranty. Also, you can stop worrying about your gutters and start thinking about what you actually want to do. Call 1-855-FORGET-IT so our local pros can answer your questions. We're so confident in our product, we'll give you a $50 gift card with your free in-home estimate. Plus, for a limited time, get $99 installation and 0% monthly interest for 18 months. Forget all your gutter problems for good. Call 1-855-FORGET-IT and get the gutter out of your mind with LeafGuard.
The D.C. Liberals' spending spree is out of control, jacking up inflation on Wisconsin families, wiping out wage gains, and making it harder for families to make ends meet. Gas, groceries, rent, everything costs more. Senator Ron Johnson is fighting back, voting against the Liberals' inflationary spending and demanding accountability for Washington's rampant waste and fraud. Tell Senator Johnson, keep fighting to stop the reckless spending that is killing us with inflation.
Ashley's Memorial 72-hour weekend event is the biggest savings of the year. Don't miss doorbusters up to 64% off. Furnish entire rooms for only $14 per month. Special financing for 60 months. It's Saturday through Monday with a preview day on Friday. It's only 72 hours.
Well, there's radar. You can see showers and thunderstorms from Madison southward. Temperatures right now in the 60s where the rain has started, still in the 70s over southeastern Wisconsin. So we'll keep an eye out on those storms right now, not expecting any severe weather.
We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 now at 6. The CBS Evening News is next.